basket, why not pop them in today? So if you want to grab a bargain that's perfect for all of your quilting projects, then our Craft Yourself Silly Super Soft Batting is $838,939 and perfect at $12.99.
Quick picks, craft must-haves at top pick prices.
Have you found Craft Extra? By tuning in to Freeview 85 and pressing the red button on your TV remote, you can stream Craft Extra 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Missed a show on Create and Craft? Then watch again through your connected TV via the red button. Craft Extra, for your extra dose of crafting.
Well, hello everybody, and a very warm welcome. You've been busy this weekend.
Busy. I've had a fantastic weekend.
Good, and you know we've
As
so
always.
loved having you here.
Oh, thank you.
So obviously this is the wonderful Toni Derrick and Stamps by Me. I want to put this into perspective. So Toni has had obviously multiple shows with The Weekender.
Yeah.
We've actually had 20 sellouts.
Yeah, it's been
during
phenomenal.
that time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
It's been incredible. We've got 4 items left. The good news is you can still get hold of the goodies, but we're at 80% of the stock for our Weekender, and we are online to be selling out this hour, so please do not miss out. Anyone who might be tuning in for the first time, Toni, missed any of your previous shows, what are we getting?
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
This
what are you
is
getting
the
in
awesome
Weekender?
Quattro D system. So the Quattro D system
to
is a
help you.
game changer in craft, okay? So this is a 4-stage process that enables you to make the most beautiful, glamorous 3D cards. So no longer do we go in stores and admire the cards that are just a little bit out of reach.
Yeah.
You've got it all in one packet here. So the 4-stage process is
incredible.
nothing that we don't do already in our craft.
So talk me through these steps.
Stenciling,
Yeah.
stamping, die cutting, 3D embossing, all built into one.
That is like the pillars of crafting there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's brilliant because I'm not teaching you anything new, I'm just asking you to combine them.
Okay.
So stencil 1, 2 and 3 built together make this. Then with the stamp make this.
Wow.
Then with the die cut make this. And then if you have the embossing folder, you get the touchy-feely that you get in stores. We have words. And then this one I just embossed and stamped and used the 3D embossing folder, so I didn't touch the stencils because I felt like I wanted to do a bit of colouring.
Yeah.
And then this one is just the embossing folder paper pieced with some gold bits on there. The beauty of Quattro D is if you are not a colourist and admire the light and shade on cards, the stencils are there for you. But if you
Look,
are
prime example here.
if you are advanced and want to colour them on your own, skip the stencils.
Yeah.
That is the absolute beauty of it. It's still a stamp and a die. If you want to stamp and die, watercolour, mixed media, anything you want to. The die goes around the embossing folder. The embossing folder works with the stamp. The die goes around the stamp works with the stencils work with the stamp and the die. There are so many different combinations, all in one eco-friendly packet with that fabulous QR code on the back with all of that help and guidance.
Incredible. And if
Game
you have a
changer.
look, I mean, it is an absolute game changer. I'm going to pop this down. Have a look at some of the artwork, and this is the tip of the iceberg of what you could be creating, but it gives you some idea of why we've been so immensely busy for our Weekender. And the thing is, with Toni and a company like Stamps by Me, we can bring you a lot of stock, and we had a huge amount, but you see examples like this, and now we're at over 80% of the stock. And I just want to reinforce what Toni was saying, because with the Quattro D collection, you've got something really special here. This is exploring the foundations of paper crafting, those key pillars. So you're gonna emboss, you're gonna use stencils, you've got your stamps in there, and your die cutting. Die cutting, stamping, embossing, and stencils all together create something truly special, truly unique. And I love the artwork explored here. So birthday cake, or sorry, cake rather, can be anything. And my mind was going to, it could be birthday cake, it could be anniversary cake, it could just be a celebratory cake. It doesn't matter. And then you've got the beauty, the delicate nature of that perfume bottle, that beautiful flower that really does showcase. That is your wow feature showcasing all the intricacies of the design. I love it, Toni.
Absolutely, and like if you look at the perfume bottle, the flower can be removed, so you can use that as an entity totally on its own. But the great thing about this is if you think about like value, think about when I bring you embossing folders on their own, or a stamp and die combination, or a stencil stamp and die combination. You sometimes are 30, 35, 40 pounds, but for the whole 4-stage process in one pack, it's 36 pounds. So you're getting so much content, product in one packet. I know it's in 2 packets on the front. I'm trying to be better with the environment. I want you to keep it in there. A visual is far, far better on the front. You've got that QR code on the back. Don't decant them. Leave them in there and you will absolutely use them. But you can see the scope of what you get for, and you're getting both.
And you've got to be applauded. It was your son that inspired you to be more eco-friendly with the packaging. Because look, we could have stood here and had a packaging for the stamps, a packaging for the stencils, a packaging for the embossing folder, a packaging for the dies, and made it look massive. You are getting a huge amount here. You really are. And look at the saving, £18 saving. Things to point out, highlights the fact that you have got the ability to spread the cost 3 ways. We are still in the midst of our Flextravaganza, which means you got those 3 flexi payments, $17.99 today. You get everything, but only while we have stock. And it really does, it's going to be touch and go whether we still have stock by the end of this hour. It could go this hour.
We do have only 10 designs. On Tuesday I bring you some fashion ones, just 2 more, and we separated them to give you a little bit of breathing space in between. So on Tuesday we bring you a handbag and a nice shoe, which will work beautifully with. So if your budget permits, you know that if you've bought these, then they are going to work beautifully with, and all of our other timeless florals you can build and use. They're really difficult to make, you know, Yannis, so we won't be bringing lots of these. I know a lot of people collect these, so if you like them, hopefully you'll be able to get them.
They are a little bit special, incredibly collectible, and we are busy. Right, 834-680, your item number there. We've got lots more to explore on the show as well. Let me show you what you're getting here. So this is our weekender. Please don't miss out on that. Now, I've also got to talk to you about something else as well. Oh,
I might come in with you.
I think I'm going,
dancing. It's fine.
This is our happy hour. I apologise. So with our happy hour, you've already got ahead and found it. Let's have a little look at this.
This is so cute. I will hopefully show it throughout the show. But if you managed to get our Pretty Things Inside box, did you hear about that? No, you didn't, did you?
Oh, go on.
My 1-day special sold out before I even got here.
What?
Yeah, it sold out before I got here.
So wait, you were travelling here?
Yeah, and I got here and they said, by the way, Tony, you've got 8 left. I was like,
For 1-day special?
Yeah.
What did you do?
We had to do an extended, which I panicked as well, because like you can't really do extended for months, can you?
No.
So we did an extended. So, yeah,
Busy.
if you got our Pretty Things Inside, the woodland animals and that beautiful gold foiled box, this is going to work incredibly well. So this is your foliage frame. This is the happy hour deal, by the way.
Have you seen the price? £9? I knew we had a happy hour. I didn't know the price. I kind of saw this. This to me is a £20 die if ever I've seen it. So £19.99 would be your regular retail price there. £9 for a die like that is just ridiculous.
So the door's open, so you have a view into the secret forest. It makes a fabulous Christmas card. Wow. All of the elements you can take out, so you can have an open, clear door and not have that foliage. Let me just show you here. So these elements here, look, you don't have to use it. You can take them out.
So
you can just, I don't want to tear the packaging, but these panels.
We get the idea. So the panels
panels come out so you can have a plain door. So if you just want a plain.
Over there, actually, we can show it.
Yeah, very similar. So the doors, just at the base there, can you see? So they put through plain if you want to, but if you want to put the decorative element in the hinge on the side and in the door, it's amazing. You could put woodland animals, Christmas scenes, pattern paper with scenes behind. For £9, I mean,
It is flying. I mean, seriously flying. Be quick for it, because there is no way, no how this is going to be lasting the show. 240-286, your item number there. Right, now, talk to me about our spring bloom.
Like, no else to talk about, Yannis. So this is spring bloom. So basically this is a floral one. I'm so sorry I didn't have any samples for this one.
That's
but
okay.
I have quickly done this one. Now this one is a larger one. So I'll just very quickly show you that the ones that we're working with at the moment, are obviously smaller and smaller in price too. So this one is the ones that we're working with now, which are A6, which give you that beautiful cake that fits beautifully on a 5x7.
Yeah.
And then this one, just to show you the scale, is a 5x7. Not much bigger, but it is bigger. So I'll just show you.
Here we go.
And the price is cheaper than today's brand new. So if you are collecting them or wanting to invest, then today's probably a great opportunity. And it's exactly the same process, ladies and gents, as you would for today's weekender.
So
it has
our
the
die,
stencils,
our stamps, our stencils, and our embossing folder.
Yeah, let's show you because they're a bit messy. So you get your layering stencil system, which you don't have to use on with anything else. You can use anything. Then we get our cute stamp.
Lovely.
Then we get our outline die.
Nice.
And then we get our 5x7 3D embossing folder.
Beautiful.
And this works beautifully on its own.
I mean, seriously, all of that in one bundle for $32.39 is exceptional value. It's a beautiful, beautiful design. And I think we'd love to see that. Just going to show you here. Come here for a second. Let me show you something. Because that looks beautiful as is. Now, let me give you an idea of how good the embossing folder is. This is the reverse. And it looks just as good, right? So that's your deboss, effectively, in the mix. Wow. Okay, and all that beautiful colouring, especially if you're someone who's a little bit daunted by colouring, the stencil has done all that colouring for you. All right, busy here, £10.80, because of course we're still in the midst of our Flex Extravaganza event. Spread the cost 3 ways. When you see Toni on Tuesday, you will not have that ability. For a price point of £30, you will not be able to spend that across 3 flexi payments. So take advantage of our Flex Extravaganza. All right, now I got some news on the mojito. You heard the mojito. I'm afraid we've just had final orders, and that has gone. So mojito has sold out. That means 21 sellouts across the shows. That is your cautionary tale, because everything else is in danger of selling out as well. We're 11 minutes into the show. Awkward. Talk to me about the glitter paste, because this is limited stock too.
So yeah, so basically these are your eye zinc pastes. I love a good eye zinc sparkle paste because they dry really, really quickly. They come in an eco-friendly packaging, which, you know, we are trying to be better. You can hang them, hook them. They don't get any air in them. They're airtight. You can use a physical hand and just put it straight onto the spatula, so I don't have to like pop it on any mess and then on a mat and get any mess or anything like that. They are washable at 40 degrees as well, so you can use them on fabric and things like that. But they create 40. Sparkly.
Do you have to heat set them?
On the back, yes, you have to heat set them. Yeah. But if you look on the back, look, as always, QR code. Nice. We love a good QR code, stamps by me. And check this out. So this is sort of like the sparkly effects that you can pop onto. So like with our weekend, I popped this in because I felt like we really need some sparkle.
Nice. Wait, stamps by me. Is that your QR code or their QR code?
It sends you to both, so yeah.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Now, Toni, that's a big accolade. iZinc's massive, and they've got your QR code on their packaging.
Listen, do you expect how else, Yanis?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start playing.
His face is like, I'm not saying another word.
I think that is serious.
Well, we already do QR codes anyway, don't we? So there's lots of content using iZinc anyway, so you're not going to be left on your own.
And I think so many of you fans know this, but just really quickly, for anyone who doesn't know, maybe your first time buying with Toni, any of the packaging, QR code on there, just scan it with your phone. So most or all smartphones will scan the QR code and it takes you straight to a link of videos using that product. But here's the clever bit. There's smart QR codes, so the more videos, and Toni's prolific in her posting, the more videos Toni makes, it will automatically upload. So the next time you scan that packaging, odds are you're going to have even more videos and content.
Somebody's been listening.
Hey,
I've got something new though for you.
Go on.
If you scan it now, you don't only get video content, you get step-by-step photographic guides as well.
You're so good with yourself.
So
that's
do
amazing.
A, this is what you should like on your picture, B, C. So people might not have the facility of YouTube, might not have digital, might be impaired in the hearing or whatever it may be. So now we've got PDFs where they can visually see it and print it off.
Amazing.
So you get both.
Right, we're going to start playing.
Yep, let's get on. So this is a QR code which Yanis was talking about. Just on the back, hover over with your phone. It's super easy. It shows you the 4 stages on the front of all of our packaging, and you'll always get a visual of what you should expect. Now, obviously, if you change the colour, you're not going to get that, but what you should roughly expect as your design. Yeah, gives you an idea. So let's show you an out-of-the-box packet experience. So you get your stencils. Mine are messy, I'm sorry, but
they've been used.
They're over the whole weekend. So
is
your
that
layering stencils,
three-stage process there?
Yeah, and then we get our stamp.
Lovely.
Then we get our outline die.
Yeah.
Then we get our 3D embossing folder, and then you get a whole bunch of sentiments, which are, in my case, which give you special and birthday, and you get the matte and layers. Okay, so you've got word content in there too.
Lovely.
So let's show you how the system very quickly comes together, because it's super cool. Now, if you are a beginner crafter, this is going to be a great starting point, but equally, if you are an advanced crafter as well, you're going to absolutely love this, because swapping it up with all of your lovely mediums that you've got in your stash that you've all been hoarding for the last 25 million years, you're going to be able to get it out and play with it.
Nice.
So with our layering stencil system, it's super easy. There's 4 hearts, so if you want to ink through the hearts, you can do that and line them up, but I would probably say once you've done it once, you probably won't do it again. I just line it up in the corner of my card.
Okay.
I do have my magnetic glass mat if I want to hold it and help me, but there it's not a necessity, okay? You can just hold your stencil with your hand.
Is this
Martin
one that
sold
shouldn't
it
be
out.
mentioned? Has
Yeah.
Martin sold this out?
He did.
Martin
Cannot get away from it, I
naughty
know.
boy. But incredible glass mat, anyone who's lucky enough to get hold of it. So it's actually a magnetic glass mat?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm working on my dies and stuff, it'll all stay.
I've never seen a magnetic glass mat before.
No?
You little innovator.
You little stinker.
Yeah, well, Martin. No, Martin's the little stinker going and telling everyone about the glass mat before we had a chance to show it. Eh?
TV like, can we have it on a quick pick? I'm like, yeah, well, it never got to a quick pick. We recorded it as well. So let's just get some colour through here. So I'm just lining it up edge to edge. Now, like I said with the hearts, if you want to pop a little bit of colour through, of course, then we can line our hearts up every single time. But you probably won't need them after you've done it the first time.
Yeah.
So let's just get a little bit of colour through. So light on this first line here. So again, you can go through with your sticky ink pad, your eyes ink paste, whatever it may be. Just get that colour down. Just enjoy the process, really. You don't have to be amazing at it. If you've got a slight tremor, it's okay. It's all built within the stencil. So stencil 1, stencil 2. Now, you must make sure you follow the number guide, okay? If you do it like this way, you're going to have a reverse design. Make sure you can see that etched number in there.
2, yeah.
So number 2. I'll just press on harder with another coloured ink pad. Now, same coloured ink pad. Let me just grab this here. If you've only got a couple of ink pads in your stash, don't forget you've always got the scope to go light to dark. Press on a little bit harder through each stage. Okay, so just pop this down here. So I'll just press on a little bit harder.
That's a crafty little mat.
It's sold out.
Martin.
I
tell you that, Martin. Letting everyone know about our special quick picks.
So you can see the dimension coming together in the cake.
That is so, look, just using one ink pad as well, how effective is that? And we haven't even started, really. That's just the first couple of stencil layers.
Super cool. So shall we jazz it up a little bit with some paste?
Okay.
Stencil 3.
Yeah.
So pop stencil 3 on. And then we'll put a gold wrap. Now, just think about wedding cakes and things. Some of them are just pure white icing, aren't they? So if you just leave it white and not use the stencils and then use your sparkle pens, you get icing effect, don't you?
I've just heard something. This can't be true. Is this true? So Carol's just emailed in. She ordered on Friday. She's got it already. She started playing already.
I know.
I mean, how quick is that?
Yeah, well, when I have big events like this, the staff come in especially for the event for me to get them outdoor because there's just so many.
Yeah.
It'd be a week otherwise to get it all out, so they come in early.
There you go. Well done, Carol.
Well done.
So Carol, you could be at home right now crafting along with Toni. This has suddenly turned into a craft along.
Yeah. And that's it as well. I say it's new and exclusive to Create Craft. It absolutely is, but we start dispatching as soon as the orders come through.
Nice.
Right, so I've got this lovely gold here, so I'm just going to go through the spots on that part here, and then I'm just going to take a bit of time and go through the lines. And you can see how smooth and beautiful that paste is. It's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't take very long to dry, but I am going to push it on a little bit with my tool.
I'm just going to let you know that the eyes ink paste details on the screen. The price on this really good. What, $10.78 for both of those? We are limited stock. I'm just going to give you an idea of how limited. We're into single figures. So this is going to be our 22nd sellout of our weekender.
So you can see now we've got some sparkly wraps. Now you could use the sparkly wraps on the second stencil or the first and get that spots of detail.
Can I hold it up and show everyone?
Yeah.
Because come and have a explore. When we say like the 3 sort of foundations of paper crafting, stencils, and feel free to dry, Toni. Stencils, you warm me up, you're done. I thought you were being polite to me. Stencils, Then we got our embossing folders, we got our stamp and our die. Those are your 3 cornerstones, really, of your paper crafting.
Yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. Now, the good thing about this is, you know, normally when we put these things aside to dry, they take hours. This takes a couple of minutes. I'm just aiding it on with a gun for the purpose of this demo, but literally, it's fast drying. It's really, really cool. It retains its sparkle, and the other thing as well is what you see on the packet.
The reason why Tony went, we've just heard it's sold out.
What you see on the packet is what you get. It's a clear window, so that it's not a sticker. It's what it's what you get.
I'm afraid it's gone, so no more looking at that. Bye-bye. There we go. Teasing everyone.
So I've just helped myself on with that a little bit there, so that's now dry. So let's stamp first.
Nice.
So now you can use your embossing powders, you can use your hot foils from Wow, you can use your black ink if you want to, you can use coloured ink, whatever you want to use.
Tony's just heard our next bit of news. So you know the happy hour die? We are limited stock for
Thank goodness it's last hour, because there is literally nothing left.
I want to put this into perspective. This die should be $19.99, regular retail price. Look at that, £9. Gets even better. If this is your only purchase this hour, you'll still have access to your 3 flexi payments. So your first flexi payment for this is do we get this by itself? Oh, I apologise, because the regular retail price, I thought it's because it's a happy hour, it's dropped down. I apologise. No, it's my mistake. If you put this in with something else, because you do have to have something £15 or more in your basket, you can spread the cost. Sorry, do you know, the reason why I said that and got confused is typically the regular retail price, if that's over £15, then you'd have the 3 flexi payments. But the only rule, happy hour, that doesn't count. So because obviously we just dropped the price. My mistake, sorry.
It's all right, you can make mistakes, you know.
I make a lot of them.
It's all right.
There you go.
As long as you identify them, it's all right.
I'm surprised they still keep me here.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, me too. You're not the only one.
So then when you add that stamp, that's where you sort of like...
So you've taken that to a whole different level.
Yeah, so what I did with it as well is I wanted to keep some of it like true to how you would find on a regular cake these days. So they do the tiers different colours, so I've left some open space. So if you do want to colour with your pencil, you can absolutely do that.
What kind of cake are we talking, Tony?
That's a wedding with a Victoria sponge inside for me.
Ooh,
what's yours?
I don't know, I had...
Or carrot cake.
Carrot cake, that's it. My mum is the cake queen. She's very good baker. Do you know what I had not long ago? It was a cake with a white chocolate ganache. It was very, very tasty.
Sounds very posh.
Yeah. It wasn't my cake, I was just eating it.
He's the tasterer.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's just pin this one down, let's just run this one through. So this is where you sort of like in your everyday crafting, you get embellishments. We always stamp and then we use the die cut. Yes, the stencils is that extra level, but this is where most of the craft products in the industry stop at this point. But then this is the beauty of Quatre D, is that simple game changer 3D embossing folder, which just elevates it to that shop bought finish. So that is my first, that's how it would stop. Normally you could pop pads behind if you wanted to. You could, sorry, I'll show it on this one. There
Do you know what that could be? That could be, you know, we buy packs of ephemera.
Yeah.
You'd pay good money if you cut a few of those out, put it in a pack. You'd pay good money for it.
Well, that's what I was encouraging in the other show, that if you do sell your cards, just do lots in packs and sell them, or leave them in a tub. Of course, and then if you leave them in tubs, people can pick their own topper for their own card. You know, do lots of different colours. Well, you've got to get a bit of money back, because if you want to get the next collection, you know, where are you getting the money from?
You're lovely.
Try.
And I'll tell you a little story just while we're doing this, to highlight, you don't need me to tell you how lovely Tony is, but yesterday it was my birthday. Tony went out to get some food, came back, and you'd actually got me birthday cupcakes.
Yep, some caterpillars.
Caterpillars, very sweet. And thank you very much for the lovely gift for Ryan as well.
Oh yeah, me and Tom got that for you.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you.
It was supposed to be one, but we were bickering and there were 3 in the end, just like, it's totally inexpensive, but like, Tom, I like this one, Mummy. I like this one, Tom.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. So now I've just lined it up with that embossing folder. And we'll just run this one through, and then this is where sort of like that lovely detail comes together, and you get that wow factor where normally you would pop into your local food store and look at the handmade cards and think, oh, why can't we do that as handmade card makers? Well, now we can. So when we take it out, oh, it's stuck a little bit, but anyway, there's the back.
So that's just the deboss. I'm going to get a good look at that. Hold up.
Oh,
there you go. Oh, good shot.
Good shots today, hey?
Hey, he's on form, Martaz.
So that's the back, and then it is absolutely on the front. Let me tell you, I'll scratch it just to show you.
Yeah, you can fit
It's
any wool through it.
so pretty.
That is beautiful. So if you wanted to make an elegant, sophisticated, luxurious, and expensive looking card, this is where the Quattro D comes into its own, because it makes you look like an absolute pro. So whether you've just started crafting or you're an experienced crafter, and then you can use all your tips, tricks and techniques, but this is the tools of the trade to make you look fantastic. We'll let you, do you just want to finish this off?
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah?
Oh.
Go for it. No, you finish off.
I'll just quickly finish this one, and then I'm just going to pop some twine around here just to create a pretty
so you've
bow.
embossed as a background.
Yeah, so I've done the embossing folder. I'll just show that on camera, sorry. There we go. So to show you that the embossing folder is what you would normally pay for in just a collection, just with an embossing folder. So we'll just do it off to the side here. I'll just do a little cheeky little bow.
Nice.
If I can, with my sausage fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No,
Can you put your finger on that?
Yeah, I can. Bubble. With my sausage fingers, look at that.
Oh, did I trap you there?
No, got out quick. I sense the danger.
Where there's blame, there's no claim,
yeah,
you know.
there you go. What finger?
So I'm just
my work finger.
And then we'll just pop this in the centre, look like so. So this is the gold just embossed with that, well, cute finger bow.
Nice.
It should be cute, but it's a bit baggy. But it's all right, because Yannis got involved, it's baggy.
Yeah. Always blame me.
Blame the presenter, it's just easier, isn't it? And then we'll just pop some pads down behind our pretty purple one. So just think about when you are creating for an event or a wedding, think about maybe what colour the bridesmaids in, so you can make matching cards, things like that. And then I'm just going to offset this one just slightly. And then I did have...
Do you have words?
A sentiment.
Yeah.
No, that's for that demo.
Oh, no.
Call me organised, call me disorganised. But anyway, I'll find it and I'll stick it on in a second. But there we go.
Okay. Oh, blame me. It's not down here, maybe. I've got to tell you, the happy hour deal, I'm afraid it's gone. But we have gone rogue. And Friday there was a happy hour deal. Now we've got 3 units left. So what we'll do, we'll drop the price and we'll offer it to the first 3 lucky people who are able to get hold of this. We'll show you very, very quickly.
Which one is it? Oh, wait till you see the price. So that will be gone in a second.
£26.99. Now that should be £107 and 94 pence. £27.99. All right, we've literally got 3, so that is it. 3, first come, first serve, and then that's gone. But very nice, Katie. Oh, I know
it's gone.
Of course it was. Of course it was. It was. Are you kidding me? If I had my phone on me, I would have been ordering. Okay, now have we just got 2 items left? 27 minutes. This is where I start to get anxious. Don't tell me that, Katie. Don't tell me that. Katie, we've got 2 items left. Katie, by the way, is my lovely producer. And in my ear, she's telling me that we are approaching limited stock for the weekender. What? We're 27 minutes into the show. We still got half the show left. Don't miss out. This is your Quattro D.
I've got a good joke, Yannis. It's all right. We'll keep them
Is
going.
it a half-an-hour joke?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, just to say with the Quattro D and the whole premise of the Quattro D, it kind of explores the 3 foundations of paper crafting. So you will stencil your design on there, but we're not talking like just one stencil. You'll have a layering system. So you have multiple stencils to create the most beautiful effects. Shading, it makes you look like an absolute colouring whiz. After that, you use your stamp. So the stamp adds even more detail into the mix. Then you infuse your embossed detail. Oh, actually, no, stop. Then you die cut it, and then you do your embossed detail. And I'll tell you why, because obviously going through a die cutting machine, if you did that after you embossed, it will just flatten everything out. So you save the emboss for the final bit, but die cut, emboss, and that is how you get. And if we have a look at these beautiful samples in front of me, this is what we're exploring. So you're getting both sets. That wonderful wedding cake, I keep giving it a name. It's a cake, but it could be a wedding cake, it could be a birthday cake, it's just a fancy cake. But this beautiful cake, and then you've also got the perfume bottle as well, which is exquisite and delicate, and there you go. But you see how those layering stamps are so easy to create that dramatic effect with the colouring, and same with the wedding cake. And then you have the beautiful, intricate stamp detail, infusing even more layers of creativity into your work. After that, we can die cut. So no fussy cutting, you've got your die cut there. And for that final finishing piece de resistance, you just put it through your embossing folder. At the end, you are going to have something that looks incredible. These are the kind of cards, if you go to a shop, they are serious money. And if you, one of my friends bought a handmade card just for a special occasion, and it cost them, now it was over £10. I just remember it was, I heard over £10. I'm like, what? But we can do this. Look, we're crafters. They were not a crafter. I was just thinking in my head, look, as crafters, we know the secrets to how to make something look good. This is your secret. £17.99 is your price. Now, I want to point out, we're in the middle of our event, so our Flextravaganza event. £17.99, your first Flexi payment, everything gets sent out to you. To the point that we had that lovely email earlier on, I want to say Marion. Totally wrong, it was Carol. It was terrible. I don't know where I got Marion from. Carol emailed in, I'm so sorry, Carol. And she ordered on Friday. She's already got it. She's got a weekend already. That is how quick the Stamps by Me team are. If you want to place your order here, 834-680 your item number. All right, we have got some beautiful finished samples of what you could be creating. Sit back and enjoy this. Yeah, a little bit awkward because most of those finished samples.
Never mind.
What sold out? What you could
There's
have
my sentiment.
I told you.
You had it all along.
Keeping it safe for you.
I'll stick it on there.
Lovely, feel good. Don't miss out on the weekender. We're really busy on our weekender now. We're going to explore. So we had a look at the cake. Now we're taking a look at the perfume bottle.
Right, so again, exactly the same concept. You get your 3-layer stencil system on there. You get your coordinating stamp. This is the beauty of QD. The whole process is just incredible. Then we get our magic outline die. Amazing outline die. Then you get a whole bunch of sentiments with outline dies. And then we get our fabulous 3D embossing folder, which works just, can I just show you for my demo? Look at this on white.
Oh, can I show?
So this is where the beauty of me telling you that independently.
Look at this. That is just the embossing folder.
Now that is a shop bought card, isn't it? Because you see them, don't you? They're really the most expensive ones, the ones that have got hardly nothing on.
Do you know what I would do here? If you've got any metallic cardstock, mirror cardstock, silver, cut it out. Then what I'd want you to do is put a little bit of black acrylic paint on there, wipe it back, and it will look like aged metal. Yeah, that's what Paul does on my design team. It's so cool. I've been speaking to Paul, he's been giving me tips. There we go. You have? No, I haven't. He's telling me. It's a good idea. Can I just show deboss? Yeah, go for it. I think deboss, sorry, I'm going to do deboss on my demo so you can see exactly what how cool it is, because if it's good on a deboss. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go, nice. Let's do it. So let's just get the 4-stage elements. So this time, so throughout all of the demos, this is the perfume area where you get the, have I got one here? Yeah, the perfume coloured in the centre here. And we see here you get that perfume. So I was thinking about maybe let's skip the perfume element and just have the focal point as colour in the flower. Yeah. So just to show you that although the stencils have coloured on lots of the different elements, you don't have to use all of the elements. So I'm thinking, so you just want to lift that flower. Yeah, I think I might just try, or I might do a really faint colour. So let's just do as we did before. So again, number 1 is in that corner. I can see it. If you want to put some. So I've got my register. If you want to, I don't now, and a lot of customers say I did it once, I don't need it anymore. Was this the first time you brought the No, this was the second time. Second time. Exhausting. Got to get it back again. I know. I spent all weekend on the phone. So I'll just tell you the story, how cheeky Martin is. By the way, I've been chatting to Martin in the green room. He's got some great stories. So,
Just a bit.
yeah, he's got good stories. So just before Tony went live with Martin the previous hour, she said to him, "Oh yeah, we've got the glass map. Don't mention it because it's going to be a quick pick. So don't want to sell out." And he went, "Okay." How did he start the show?
I've got a great glass mat for you all. And it's magnetic.
So what we learned, don't tell Martin your secrets just before you go live.
Don't tell Martin.
Cheeky.
He was like, "Tony, I love a hero product.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it. You can't stop me." I'm like, right, okay.
We spent all day filming those videos. Hey.
So stencil 1, so that's sort of like the base of our flower. Then number 2.
Pretty. Do you know, I'd use that just as a texture by itself.
Yeah, on its background, you could use that. You can use all of the elements like in backgrounds and things like that. So again, I'm following the heart registration, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to go same colour and just add a bit of colour through just to make it a little bit darker in that area. And this is just going to give us a little bit of depth in the floral element of it.
Nice.
And let's just put a little bit of perfume through. Let's go, let's put a bit of yellow on.
I've still got, so I did a show ages ago with Tony, and my first introduction to the Quatre D was that beautiful rose.
Yeah.
And Tony did a sample on air. It looks so good, and I actually nabbed it afterwards. I've still got it.
Have you got it? Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
no, it's really nice.
Yeah. Well, those were part of the back in stocks this time.
Oh, really?
It lasted like half an hour.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Number 3, and I think I said to you, didn't I, this is probably the last time I'm going to be doing this again. But no, still back again.
So people want it.
Yep, so as you can see, we've got some leaves here, and we've actually got the shadow of the perfume bottle in there as well. So I am going to cast that shadow because I think it looks really impressive if you get the shadow in there. And then the leaves, let's get a green. Super easy, but you don't have to do the leaves, you can just have the flower. I think it just finishes it a little bit if we do add that variation in colour.
These are your fancy, oh yeah.
So there we go. So you can see it's being built, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just
but
absolutely.
It's building, you know, you're looking at that thinking, oh, okay, but then putting the whole system together, the stamps will suddenly bring it all into focus. Are you okay?
You okay?
Right. Everyone's okay. It's just Dawn, she's coming up.
It's okay. She's being a giddy kipper.
Yeah.
Right, so let's pop this into here. So let's get rid of the cake for now. Let's bring in this lovely perfume bottle. Now, I have done a heat embossed one already, but for this quick demo, well, I say quick, I don't have to be quick now, do I guess? Let's just do it in black ink just to show you how the beauty of it just simply brings together.
Nice.
I'll just do it in black. Now, you could do it in a white ink pad on black card, just the outline, and have a stylised perfume bottle on black card in white. It looks incredible.
Oh, that's so pretty. See,
good.
the stamp, once you put the stamp on, that's a game changer.
Yeah, and
Tony, that is a work of art.
it is. It's just amazing, isn't it? I just love it. I just absolutely love it.
Look at that. That is absolutely exquisite. And all we've done, so light in the background here, I'm absolutely mesmerised. I think that is stunning.
It's cool, isn't it?
Love
and
that.
to be a colourist,
Yeah.
you'd have to understand light and shade. And if you notice, there's lots of white area in as well, because you
like
get.
that.
I like
But it
the
makes it give that
abstracty
watercolour
artistic
feel
light.
to it, yeah.
So I want
It's
somebody to
awesome.
say to me, "Well, that's stencils, or did you paint? How did you do that?
Yeah.
Where did you get it from? And how can I buy it?" That's what's going to be the question, hopefully.
And my answer is I did that freehand.
Yeah.
Took years and
then you-
years to master those skills. You know.
Right. Let's get that outline down.
So it's not perfume, but Katie, my producer, was talking to me about aftershave.
Yep.
Because we all know Ross is Katie's other half.
Yep.
He's shamed her. She's not happy. Because he's got an aftershave that she forbids him from wearing.
Oh.
And it's called Panther. Apparently 30% of the time it works every time. But when he wears it, it's one of those, it's a very strong aftershave. It's quite musky.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like it.
Right.
She says it kind of like, not to offend anyone, old man aftershave.
All right. Okay.
But he still insists on wearing it.
Right. Okay.
There we go. That's the only aftershave story I have. I don't have a perfume story, that's it.
Okay.
I can tell from your expression you're not impressed by that. But next time Ross is in, I'll try and give you a whiff.
I'll have to whiff him.
Odor de Ross.
Odor de Ross. And then there we have our
come
embellishment.
on.
So that's just a 3D embellishment. Sorry, it's not 3D yet because it's got no curves in it.
We are going to emboss it.
It will be in a second.
Tony, that is just breathtakingly pretty. I'm so impressed by that. You whack that on a card. You do not need to do anything else. And I'm happy.
That's one in pink.
Oh, I love it.
And then I'll show you the embossed one in a minute.
Okay. Shall
we make it 3D?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm so impressed by that.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you come to pop them in your embossing fold, there's only one way to do it. If you put it in this way, look, it doesn't match.
It kind of slots in, you feel it clicking.
Yeah, you can see the image though. I'm never going to match it up because it's the wrong way, but if I turn it around, look, it matches here. So all you do is take a moment, line it up with the design on there. And this is the difficult part about Quattro D and probably the reason why nobody's ever done it, is because to get an embossing folder to coordinate with a stamp is incredibly difficult. It takes a long time.
Well, not only that, a stamp and your stencils as well.
Yeah.
So
the stencil element of it is still hard, but it's relatively easy. The difficult part is the stamp and embossing folder. Okay. And our embossing folders are not like your everyday embossing folders anyway. We all know that they're high definition and they're really, really different. So it's a challenge, but so worth it. So worth it because customers absolutely love it.
I love your enthusiasm because it's infectious. Toni is so genuine with that because she wants to give you all the goodies to make you look like you're an incredible, I'm sure you are an incredible crafter, but these goodies make everybody look incredible.
Make you look better than you actually are, don't they, which is super cool.
Have a look at this. So again, I'll just show you the reverse. If the deboss looks that good, but then turn that around, you feel it? And this is what Toni was saying, you know, expensive cards, if you have die cuts or ephemera, you feel it. You get that and it just changes the whole constitution of the card. Love it.
Nice,
love it, love it. Yeah.
Do you know what as well? If you punched a hole in there and sprayed it with perfume, you could put it as a gift inside a card.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sprayed it with your nice perfume, not your musk, but a nice perfume. Put it inside a card with a tag, and then they could have a gift longevity.
Okay, what about this? If you gifted someone some perfume, what I would do, take that into the shop, tester, onto there.
Oh, I like
and then
that.
Say, I'll come back, and then, or you could always buy it there and then gift it as a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Just think.
Good idea. Or you could put a little loop on the back, and you know those little spray ones you get freebie-wise when you buy something. Sometimes get like some freebies. Yeah. You could put a little loop like a pencil hole and stick the freebie in the back and pop it in.
Or even better. That's nice. No perfume, you just got a freebie. Okay, we're going to have
Go buy your own.
This is what you could be buying. We only have one remaining item. Wait a second, has our weekenders gone? No, as well as our weekender. I got worried there. This is the only other item we have on the show. This is our Stamps by Me Quattro D 7-piece concept, the Spring Bloom. It is utterly captivating. The embossing folders with this, even bigger than the embossing folders we have with our weekender. But stunning, 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 stunning at $32.39. Utter bargain. And you can spread the cost 3 ways. 631 800, your item number. So Quattro D, and the whole point of the Quattro D system, it is to give you the 4 facets of your paper crafting. It's that ability to firstly use your stencils to build up that color, and it gives you the shade, it gives you the light, it makes you look like an absolute excellent colorist. I apologize, that was bad English, but it makes you look great. Then after your stencil, what you're going to do is add the stamp. So what the stamp does, it suddenly pulls focus on that whole image. It brings it all together, but adds even more detail. After that, you're going to die cut it. So now we've gone from stenciling to stamping to die cutting, and for that finishing touch, you emboss it. All 4 of those put together, special, and this is special. So we've got our cake and our perfume bottle. You've seen both in action. You don't need me to tell you how pretty these are. And look at the amount that you are getting. I have breaking news, everybody. We're limited stock, and it was always going to happen. Now, Toni brought a huge amount of stock. I cannot tell you how much stock we had for our weekender. So it was stocked to last the whole weekend. I've got to applaud Toni. I'm glad she did, because everything else sold out. This is it. This is last man standing, apart from our other Quattro D. But we are limited. We've only got 10% of the stock remaining. Look at the time. We should hopefully be okay for this hour. But either way, look, don't miss out. This is such a good weekender. 834-680, your item number there. Could we just, I know we're going to show a time lapse, but
could we just have a quick look at some of the finished examples? So I haven't shown you any. I just want to give you an idea of what you could be making with the Weekender. And it's that versatility, but these are your special cards. These are the cards that stand out when you send it to your friends or give it to your family. They're like, did you make this? Because it looks like the cards. You know when you go to a card shop, if you've ever bought a card, and you can get your reasonably priced cards, and they're okay. And then there's a section where they're expensive. We are talking £4, £5, £6. That is where you would find these cards. They're beautiful. And you've got your 3 flexi buys in here as well. $17.99 if you do want to take advantage, courtesy of our Flextravaganza event. Okay, right, I'm going to show you a video. Now, this is quite interesting. So it's showing the flower from our Weekender, Tony having a play, but we sped it up. So it's called a time-lapse video. You're going to enjoy this. Beautiful was that? Now, I apologise. I said it was a time-lapse video. It wasn't. Just Tony didn't have a lot of time and had to do that video in 30 seconds. So very quick.
I'd eaten my breakfast so fast.
I'm teasing. It was time-lapse.
Can I just quickly just show you this one? This one that we just finished earlier. So the one that I wanted to show you was the one with the wow powders, which gave you that sparkly finish. So don't just think you have to do them in your regular ink pads. Okay.
Look at this.
Just if you were thinking, can we incorporate some sparkle into this? We absolutely can. Use your powders, okay? And then putting this card together here, I have used the deboss side of the embossing folder on the back.
Cheeky.
So now I've got the deboss rather the emboss because I think it's quite pretty.
Yeah, I agree.
So and then I've got a panel, and all I did was I popped it on. You can see the line there. Popped the embossing folder through and just got a lift of the flower just on the edge because I didn't want the full thing on there. So let's just pop this on. So this is just to show you how. Yeah, it is an embossing folder and does a beautiful image, but we really can step it up a little bit and change it up so it's not just a 3D embellishment. It can be so much more. So I'm just quickly sticking this together because I would love to be able to stencil through this Spring Blooms flower one for you because there's not many left of them as well, and it would be wonderful to go home leaving you all with nothing.
Okay.
So let's just pop the flower bottle up here, look, maybe a little bit higher, and then
that's nice.
Sentiment.
Okay.
Get rid of that cheeky letter.
There you go.
Oh, it's not coming off. Live a life of love.
Oh.
So there we go. So quite a quick card there for you. But I love the white on white element. I love white on white on cards. I think it's just really special.
You say a quick card. I think that's beautiful. It's elegant, it's refined, but so achievable. What we've got here, even if you've just started your crafting journey, you could make that.
This is the thing, that's what makes me so happy. If you've been crafting for a month and have invested in a die cutting machine, you've got a couple of ink pads and some glue and some bits and pieces, you are set to go with Quatre D. It's awesome.
That is such a pretty card. I mean, when you think about all the facets, the emboss or deboss detail that we have here, I mean, so pretty. And you remember, you are getting words with this as well, and then you've got your sort of hero element in that. Yeah, Tony.
Nice.
Love it.
It'd be helpful if the bottle was straight, but you know.
Hey, that's okay. That's all right.
Nobody knows till I mentioned it, hey?
Yeah.
Right, so let's show you this one. So this one is spring blooms.
Okay, so this isn't our weekender. We'll put up the details here. It's the only other item we have left on the counter.
And this one, if you think about like the poppies, bright reds, pinks, blues for charity. That's why we did the blue on the front there.
Reds
I know a
would be
lot of people
amazing.
make cards for charity. So
But we can, just to stress, you can make to sell
Of course.
with Toni's designs.
I wouldn't make anything that you couldn't. I wouldn't create anything that you couldn't sell.
So this is a 4-layer
Yep.
stencil.
And then you just find the numbers. So that's number 2. So find the number system, number 1, 1, 2, and get them in order before you actually start to be creative, because if you're anything like me and just get lost in the love of craft, you will be like doing them wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, super easy. So let's go number 1. Let's do a nice pink one here. So we'll just pop it in the middle, and because it's a bigger one, I'm going to stencil through that heart. So I've got my line up there. So pink, do pink. Let's do pink.
Nice.
Let's get that matte again, stop that squeak, because I hate the squeak. Right, so all I'm going to do is just lightly blend through. It is so easy, and the results are wow. I love it. I'd never get bored of it. And I know I've been here all weekend, but you can't get rid of me. I'm back on Tuesday.
Good.
Get home, I'll wash school uniform, and then I'll be back in cat.
Bless you.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind.
How is Tom? Is he good?
He's good. He loves school, so
Oh.
he absolutely loves school. So stencil number 1.
Nice. How old is he now?
He's 8.
Oh, wow.
He's 8. He's growing
Oh,
up.
quick, yeah.
What did I do? Oh, sorry, I'm lining it up in corner. I'm thinking, what have I done there? So line it back up with those hearts that we popped the ink through, so you can see the detail here. So this time I'll use the same ink pad, and let's just press on a little bit harder. Just a touch harder. I'm not trying to create a really impactful one, but really, if you wanted to do those bright and vibrant reds like we do with our rose branch, you can absolutely do that. Now you can go a little bit darker in the centre. Just play around with it, just have fun with it, because the sort of looks that you can get from this is absolutely amazing. So now we've got dimension coming through.
I mean, look, just that, and I know that we've only used a few of our stencils there. That is stunning.
Isn't
I mean,
it?
beautiful.
It's so cool. And I know when you get to the last stage and you run it through that embossing folder, you're going to be like, yeah, I made that. Isn't that cool? And you'll be going to your other half or a friend and going, look at this.
Look at this.
Means
Hey,
I've
I do
done a
that.
good job of it. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like, if I make something from when I'm practicing or doing my boards, I send a picture to my design team, I send pictures to my friends. Sometimes Sarah gets one from Funky Fossil going, do you like this? And they're like, yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Oh, do you know what? Sarah was saying such lovely things about you the other day. She was in, and by the way, Sarah, if you're watching, vice versa, and you were saying you get on really well with Sarah.
Yeah.
You guys don't live too far away from each
No,
other.
so it's quite easy for us to get together, be creative together. We did a studio a couple of weeks ago where we celebrated 2 million views on my channel.
2 million views.
Yeah,
Wow.
and me and Sarah did a craft off. So we were given like 10 minutes to create something with a product we'd never used before. And we did 3, and then the time got cut from 10 to
She was
5.
talking
We're
about
panicking
this, yeah.
like, oh. She actually did really well, because you know how long Sarah's demos are, like an hour for one. She'll be cursing me right now. She's like, an hour for one.
She wants a rematch.
Yeah, well, we're doing another one, because not only were we celebrating 2 million views on our channel, we were also raising money for the Turkey and Syria earthquake.
Oh,
So-
Tony, that's a lovely thing to do. You're such
Yeah.
a lovely person. That's a
So
really
we
nice
had
thing to
lots
do.
of people watching and donating. So obviously since that time they have had another earthquake, so we've said that we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
And continue on with the donation with it. So it's just absolutely fantastic. And we had fun doing it. People love it, crafters.
Nice thing to do. Well done, you.
Yeah. So here is the yellow for the centre look. So let's get some lovely yellow in here. And then we also have our green. Now, if you notice on layer 4, the centre and the leaves are on the same stencil. To go to stencil 5 would be a lot of money to add another stencil in the collection. So they are on the same stencil, but they're not going to contaminate. They're nowhere near the green leaves. So that's the beauty as well, that we've kept the cost totally down by not sort of being silly with how many stencils we use.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so 3.5 minutes.
So a little bit of green on there.
Oh, that
so you can see it come together pretty quick.
That's beautiful.
Just that.
And we've all we used as our stencils. Remember, you still got your stamps, you still got your dies, and you still got your embossing folder in there as well. Come on.
It's just amazing, isn't it? So
I
then,
think it's stunning.
yeah, so this is what I'm saying about, you know, if you maybe make cards and you can't afford to send them through the post because they're expensive, then having the capability to have it flat like that without using the die or without using the 3D embossing, it's just incredible. So then we get our fabulous stamp.
Okay.
So this is where, I mean, it looks gorgeous in embossing powder, but I'm just going to stamp it in black because I want to get through all of the stages. So you just line it up best you can. And again, it's not a great shake if you don't quite get it right, because you get like a 1 mil sort of bleed, a little bit of
tolerance.
give.
Yeah.
So if you've got a bit of a tremor or a shake, don't put yourself under pressure to get it right, because it's been built for you to...
Do you think of everything? I also feel you're really good, Tony, at including everyone. You want everyone to craft. And you're very conscious of that.
I think the
in
world
your
would be a
demos.
fabulous place if everybody crafted,
Yeah.
because it's a great distraction, and it does help you through the times when you really need, you know, time out.
Yeah.
So let's just pop this one on here. That's how I started crafting, you know, Yanis. I lost my mum quite young, and I don't think I ever really grieved, but as soon as I picked up a little bit of paper from my local craft shop and played, I think it sort of like outpoured into my craft. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And I think a lot of people can relate to that. When I say that, they say, oh, that's how I did it, or...
It's escapism.
Yeah,
and
and not that every craft person has a sad story, because that's not the case. Look at that.
Oh, yes.
But you can see how...
That's beautiful.
But you can see why people do craft as well, can't
totally
you?
agree. Let me just show you
Absolutely.
really quickly, if you come and have a good look at this. I mean, think about if this was an image that you had to do yourself, drawing it, shading it, getting all of that design, how quickly that has come together. And remember, we've still got the die and we've still got the embossing folder.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Utterly, utterly beautiful.
Right.
Do you know, that's something if you've got younger members of your family crafting. I reckon
Tom does this, and Tom's also doing the appeal as well with me. I'm going to have a craft along with Tom because he wants to get involved too.
He sounds like a really nice young guy.
He's a very sensitive young man.
Yeah, no, he sounds like a really good guy.
Yeah, he's good. He's a little bit
Does he watch
sensitive.
your shows?
Yes.
Oh.
He's out walking the dock as we speak,
Nice.
waiting for Mummy. So here we go. Look, you get again another 1 mil border around. So again, I'll try and be as quick as I can and get this.
Got 50 seconds.
I'll die cut it. I won't be able to emboss it, but I'll die cut it.
We are limited stock for this option. Look, once you saw, I was already a fan, but the minute you see it, and we haven't even embossed it, done. For me, this has to go into your basket. So if you are interested in going for this beautiful design, details are on your screen right now. We'll just show you cut out. Well done.
Ta-da!
And that's not even embossed.
I know.
Come on.
It's just awesome. So that would work beautifully with your perfume bottle.
Oh yeah. I mean, anything. Beautiful. And you can change those colours. I love the idea of going for really deep reds for
poppies.
poppies.
Yeah.
Tony.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you,
had
everyone.
such a good time.
Thanks for
I'm
a
glad I
lovely
got one
weekend.
show. Martin's been cheeky and monopolising you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Tony will be back Tuesday. Make sure to tune in and keep her company. So coming up next, it's going to be a bit special. Martin and John will be here launching a brand new one-day special. After that, I'm going to be here with Pink Frog. If you're tuning in to Craft Extra, it is Crafting with Pink Frog.
Hi everybody, I just wanted to share a little bit of exciting news with you and tell you a bit about Highlight Crafts. My name's Stephanie Waitman and Highlight Crafts is a family run business. We're based over in Derbyshire where our passion is all about education, innovation and product development. We've got a fantastic team over here that do everything from product design, the graphics, illustration,